Welcome here to Baldwin City Ballpark for a Mid-Plains League matchup between the visiting Topeka Jacks and the Baldwin City Blues. The Jacks are looking for their first win, and Blues looking to snap a losing streak. Jacks being 0-4 in league play, the Blues 3-2. We're going to start by announcing the Blues lineup. We have a bit of a strange scenario here, strange kind of occurrence here, and we will explain it in just a moment. But as of right now, we will announce the starting lineup for the Blues. Batting first is the center fielder Maverick Rockers from Highland Community College. Batting second from Baker University, the left fielder Brennan Johnson. Batting third from Missouri Southern State University, the catcher Andrew Rubeck. Batting fourth from Baker University, the designated hitter Tyler Vigna. Fifth from Highland Community College, third baseman Solomon Holmes. Batting sixth, also from Highland Community College, the shortstop Kayla Moore. In right field from Baker University, Gage Callahan. And at first base from Auto University, Zeke Reason. Finally, batting ninth, the second baseman Grant Simblick. On the mound for the Blues is from Highland Community College, Tucker Russell, making his second appearance of the season. Now, the scenario is this right now. As it stands, the Jacks do not have enough players to field 9. So we don't have a roster for them. However, a couple Blues players will be subbing in. I believe that will be Harrison Loudon, typically a PO, but I've been told he'll play in right field. I'm not sure the reports on that. And then Austin Rocha, who walked across the field here, and I guess he's playing catcher as he's wearing his knee guards right now. And when we figure out who is playing for the Jacks, we will inform you all. I can see already Isaiah Garcia. Excuse me, let me find my notes with the names and numbers on them. I also see Isaiah Jordan. And a few people that I know for a fact are not wearing their typical numbers. So we will do our best to figure out who they are, and when we get an answer, then we will let you all know. So right now well, as I said, it's an interesting scenario, but we are going to step away for a little bit until probably right around game time, or we get a roster for the Jacks. But until then, I'm Joe Compton. This is the Sunflower Sports Network, and we'll try to have ourselves a day. Okay, the break is coming now. So we're back here with the starting lineup for the Topeka Jacks. We have name and number. We do not have starters just yet. But batting first, Isaiah White, followed by Isaiah Garcia, Jonathan Coleman. Hitting in cleanup for, well, I don't know when's the last time he's ever taken an at bat, but Harrison Loudon. Following him is Kyle Reese, then Corey Reese, then just JP. I don't have a name on him just yet. Then Patrick Moss, Ashton, and then I believe this would be pitching for the Jacks, Carson Hine. But a lot of playing it by ear tonight. And that's just kind of going to be our theme. So I think Austin Rocha not playing for the Jacks unless absolutely needed, but well, I don't think he's playing for him at all as he's back on that first base side, but we're just looking to get a game started here soon. Not sure everything we are. For as far as game time starting. I'd also like to give a shout out to former Mid-Plains League All-Star from Junction, spent his time in the Mid-Plains League at the Junction City Brigade, Price Allman. Congratulations, him and his squad, the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles, advancing to the College World Series, being the third 4 seed to do so. As we talk about college baseball, Southern Miss and Tennessee are currently in a weather delay of some kind, and Stanford and Texas should be getting ready to go right about now. As first pitch is supposed to be the dedicated game time. As far as first pitch for this game, we just had our coaches meeting. And looks like we're about ready to go. As I said, we will try to update you guys on the happenings, not just of this game, but around the league and around life, the earth. But right now, it's kind of hard to fill dead air with nothing going on. But I suppose I could talk about the Mid-Plains League season so far. Junction City has jumped out to a 2-game lead over second place. The Brigade 5-0. A 4-0 week last week with sweeps over the Bravos and your Baldwin City Blues. Baldwin City in second at 3-2 on a 3-game winning streak, but currently on a 2-game losing streak, both those games to Junction City. And in third, tied for third and fourth place are the Bravos and the Topeka Warhawks at 4-3. In fifth place, Midwest A's at 2-3, and then rounding out the bottom, the Topeka Jacks at 0-4, and the Farmers at 0-6, I believe. League affiliate, the amateur Kansas City Monarchs, not those Monarchs, the other ones, 3-0 against Mid-Plains League opponents, with wins over the Jacks, the A's, and one of the other ones. The Jacks so far, as I said earlier in my intro, are looking for their first win. First league win. So far they've lost 15-3 to the Blues, 8-1 to the at the Monarchs. The Blues game was also an away game for them. Bravos, they lost on a walk-off, 8-7, and they lost against the Topeka Warhawks, 8-1. They did, however, secure a non-league victory over the Kansas City Knights of the Ban Johnson League by a score of 15-5. We're going to start here soon, and I'm actually unsure if our starting lineup is going to change based on some of the guys I see out on the field. But we'll just have to see and kind of, as I said, this will be the motto for the night. Just play it by ear. I'm really quite unsure of all of it, but one thing I do know, there will be a baseball game anytime now. I believe we have some kind of ceremony as Brandon Wilkerson is presenting presenting Marcy Taylor, one of our amazing host parents, year in, year out, and one of the leads of the Change for Connor Foundation. And now to our owner, Michael Moore. And when that is finished, we will probably be playing ball. Well, I guess we have to go through the national anthem and all of that. But in the meantime, we sit and wait, and our scorekeeper still hasn't shown up, so I will fill out the game changer.
Welcome to the Baldwin City Blues ballpark, where the Topeka Jacks will be taking on your very own Baldwin City Blues. Where the Topeka Jacks will be taking on your very own Baldwin City Blues. Now announcing the Jacks lineup, led by Coach Brandon
And
Williamson.
we are off with the
Leading
announcement
off number
of
13, Isaiah White.
lineups
In the
here
2-hole, number 29, Isaiah Garcia.
in Baldwin
In the
City.
3-hole, number 6, Jonathan Coleman. In the 4-hole, number 25, Harrison Loudon. Number 3 in the 5-hole, Kyle Reese. In the 6-hole, number 7, Corey Reese. In the 7th hole, we got
Oh, we are starting off here in the Baldwin City Ballpark. On the bump for the Blues is Tucker Russell. On the bump, Tucker Russell making his second appearance of the season for the Blues. Came in against the Jacks, but when he came in the last time, it was at relief. So this will be his first start of the season, but he did get the win in last game, so 1-0 on this young season is Russell. And the top three in the batting order for the Jacks, Isaiah White, Isaiah Garcia, and Jonathan Coleman. Isaiah White will be going to Highland Community College this coming year, so facing one of his future teammates. And then coming in after that will be Isaiah Garcia.
Leading off number 13, Isaiah White.
And following Isaiah White is Jonathan Coleman. But we start this game with called strike one. Tucker Russell working fast, so that second pitch is fouled off. But going quick is really the only way to describe him so far. As the third pitch is hit into right field, but corralled by Gage Callahan. And we are one away.
Now batting number 29, Isaiah Garcia.
Isaiah Garcia, the man up. Swing and a miss for strike one. If I'm not mistaken, Garcia came in at relief as a pitcher. Strike two, called strike two there. But I believe he came in at relief as he is caught swinging there. So strikeout for Tucker Russell makes it two outs.
Number 6, Jonathan Coleman.
That's going to bring up Jonathan Coleman. Currently as Coleman fouls the first pitch off to the right side. Coleman, a native of Richmond, California, but plays his college ball at Lemoyne-Owen College. As he puts that one in play, and that should be a hit as it goes into center field. So that's going to bring up Harrison Loudon in
Now batting number 25, Harrison Loudon.
his first at bat, and well, I don't know. All I know is Harrison Loudon is listed in every roster I've seen him in as a PO, so we'll see. But first pitch, low and in the dirt for ball one. So we have a 1-0 count. Brubeck did a good job of blocking as Russell throws to first, but nothing doing. As that pitch is low and outside for ball two. And, well, Loudon hasn't really been given anything to hit so far. As that one is high for ball three, and I will attempt to pull a splinter out of my finger. And I think I got it. Well, actually, I can't confirm I did get it, but I'm wondering where it came from. As the 3-0 pitch in there for called strike one. So this at bat will go on for at least another pitch. And Loudon swings on that one. and fouls it off. So full count with 2 outs. And looks like Loudon will need another bat. And he's going to take the bat from our on-deck man, Kyle Reese. And what happens to the bat after that, or what Kyle Reese will swing with, remains to be seen. But payoff pitch here, and Loudon caught swinging, so a 1-2-3 inning. Not a 1-2-3 inning. 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Just the 1 left on base. And
Topeka Restaurant is a proud 2023 sponsor for the Baldwin City Blues.
we will move to the bottom of the first inning. It's still scoreless. But we're going to take a break before that. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. So we're about to start on the bottom of the first inning of play, or pretty shortly. I think we're trying to fill out the fielding side. Get everybody a little sure of where they're going. And honestly, I'm a little unsure of what's happening as well myself. But I do know this. I believe that is Carson Hine pitching with the number 50. And he's throwing to Kyler Reese. Carson Hine, currently an attendee at Tabor College, but from Lebo, Kansas. I believe that is in Coffee County, which is, I want to make sure I get my geography right, the county not southwest of us, but, well, it is southwest of us, but southwest by a little bit, as I think we're finally ready to go. Everybody taking their places, and well, patience is the name of the game tonight. But
leading off number 5, Maverick Rockers.
Leading off is the center fielder, Maverick Rockers. And I think Harrison Loudon is for all intents and purposes, a PO tonight. Or not a PO, a DH. Still trying to figure that one out. As Hines' first pitch outside and low for ball one. Other games around the league tonight. As Hines' next pitch, low for ball two. Around the league tonight, though, the Junction City Brigade hosts the Midwest A's at Raytherston Stadium. Lane Gillespie on the call on midplansleague.mixer.com as that pitch catches the zone for strike one. So 2-1 the count early. Rockers takes a stab at that one, but fouls it off to the left side. And we move to a 2-2 count. Try to move our camera here as that one low. 3-2 the count. So that moving of the camera should at least give us a little more 360 view. As payoff pitch in the dirt, and Maverick Rockers on board with a walk.
Now batting number 47, Brennan Johnson.
Said before, I'm unsure. As Brennan Johnson, the next guy up. Johnson started in every game for the Blues thus far this season. Currently batting .429. So that one's low. But caught by Reese. So no potential for advancement on a steal. Johnson also bat with an on-base percentage of .636 as he hits that one into left center field. Rockers got to second. He's headed for third. And Johnson, while he ran, there's a rundown. Johnson out at first, but Maverick Rockers still getting all the way home. So, one out, but Johnson was called out. And
now batting number 19, Andrew Brubeck.
So that is a single of some kind. And now trying to figure out how this happened. Either way, this brings up Andrew Brubeck, who check swings but called strike one. Brubeck's played in 4 games so far this season, and his last one 2 for 3 with a double and a 3-run home run, as he looks to maybe hit another one there. And he's down 0-2 early. But he was responsible for batting in all 3 of the Blues runs in our last home game against the Junction City Brigade. That one just outside for ball one. But that game ultimately saw the Brigade win 4-3 in a really, for all intents and purposes, a pretty quick game. That game was played in Baldwin City at Satter Field, and that ball's hit back to Hine, and Hine just easily makes the throw there, so 2 away.
Now batting number 24, Tyler Vigna.
And Tyler Vigna up to bat. Vigna tonight in the designated hitter role. As one's in there for believe that was an official. He did go around, so 0-1 the count. Vinia, a Free State Firebird this past year, but will be, as he looks at that one go 1-1, will be a Baker Wildcat. This next year, he will play his freshman season. He's played 2 games in the field so far. And in last Wednesday's game, went 1 for 2 with a walk. As that one's once again low 4-2. So 2-1 the count. He also has 2 innings pitched to his credit. As he looks at that one go low for ball 3. Both of those innings pitched were on 2 separate appearances. So 2 appearances in the field and 2 pitching as he puts that one in play. Going to be fielded by the shortstop, and he's safe. So
Now batting number 4, Solomon Holmes.
Speedy work for Vinia. Gets him on with 2 outs, and Solomon Holmes, the next guy up, went 2 for 4 in Saturday night's game. Currently batting 200 on the season. As Hine throws back to first, but couldn't catch Vinia. Vinia, runner goes, and he's out. So 3 outs there. Great piece of work from Kyler Reese to his brother Cody, and 1 run off 2 hits, no errors.
Great proud sponsor of the 2023 season.
We move to the top of the second inning. 1-0. But we're going to take a quick break. This is Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. So we're back for another inning here on the Sunflower Sports Network.
7, Corey Reese.
There's Corey Reese, Kyler Reese. Is that pitch low for ball 1? Ended that last inning with a great bit of, a good throw down to catch Tyler Vinia stealing as that pitch goes high for ball 2. Never finished our that pitch fouled off. 2-1 the count. Never did get to finish our introduction of the other games in the league, so Junction City hosting the Midwest Days, as I said before, at Reddiard Stadium. That game on Beautiful breaking ball from Tucker Russell, and he evens the count up 2-2. That game on midplainsleague.mixler.com. Lane Gillespie on the call there. And the other game, as Kyler Reese fouls that one off. The other one, Battle of Leavenworth. The game would be in Leavenworth no matter what, but the Bravos hosting the Farmers. As that one high, and the count goes full. Reese gets to take his base there, and he is aboard early. So that brings up.
Now batting in the 7th hole, JP.
It's Corey Reese. So the count high for 1-0 as that one and there called strike one. As that pitch, Reese kind of ducked to get out of the, not ducked, but twisted his body to try and miss that, but beautiful breaking ball, and it ended up in there for a strike, so 1-2 the count. And Reese hits that one, and that's into center field. So Reese times two.
Now batting number 41, JP.
So that brings up our number 41. Not sure on his full name, but listed on the roster as JP. As there are two on with no outs here. Pitch catches the outside part of the zone for 0-1. As that pitch a little firmly in there. Strike two, so 0-2 early. The 0-2 pitch, swung on a miss. JP sat down.
Now batting number 20, Patrick Moss.
And this brings up Patrick Moss. That last at-bat was Tucker Russell's third strikeout of the game. Doing pretty well so far in that respect. As he throws, but that one is just a little low for ball one. That one in there for strike one. And something interesting to note. Not interesting to note, but Grant Simblick really looking to kind of maybe try to get Russell to throw back. That one is high for ball two. But Simblick not done anything, or not. Excuse me, Russell looking back a lot. And another called strike for him. And two the count. But Russell looking back a lot at second base, and that one unsure. I believe that is a ball, but Tyler Reese caught stealing. Another man gunned down by Andrew Brubeck. So 3-2 should be our count. And the payoff pitch way outside. Moss gets to take his base.
Now batting number 51, Ashton Miller.
That brings up Ashton Miller. As
Oh, yeah.
Russell tries to get some semblance. So 1-0 the count. Now 2-0, another low pitch. And 2 on once again, even after Kyler Reese caught stealing. Corey Reese now on second. Is that one just low? 3-0 early for Ashton Miller. Russell tries to maybe get Russell to chase, but doesn't do it. And bases are loaded here as we return to the top of the lineup. This is Isaiah White.
Batting number 13, Isaiah White.
White in his first at bat flew out to Gage Callahan in right field. But has a prime opportunity to bring home a couple runs. As another pitch, another ball. 1-0 early after a 4-pitch walk. Makes that 6 balls in a row for Russell. Finds the zone there, though. Called strike one to even up the count at 1-1. Isaiah White will be playing at Highland Community College, but originally from Flossmoor, Illinois, as that one just outside, blocked by Brubeck. Not caught, but I think Corey Reese saw what happened to Kyler and just decided he wanted no part of it. So 2-1 the count. You're in this second inning. 41 pitches so far for Tucker Russell. And number 42 is high for ball 3. Three-one pitch swung on and missed. So the count goes full. So 3-1, but now 3-2. The payoff pitch outside again. And the game is tied. Once again with 2 outs.
Now batting number 29, Isaiah Garcia.
That's going to bring up Isaiah Garcia, but not before a mound visit by Tanner Kilmer. But just a pitcher-catcher coach conference. The entire infield won't come in. But we're going to take just a short, about 15-second break. Actually, the show must go on, so we will keep going. But it's going to bring back Isaiah Garcia for his second at bat. Struck out swinging in his first at bat, and our home plate umpire is going to come kind of break this conference up here. And while that happens, we will update you on the Junction City Brigade and Midwest A's. The Brigade lead 2-1 in the top of the fourth inning. Junction City scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the third. But the A's have scored 1 in this top of the fourth and have a man on with 2 outs. So, despite the A's being 2-3, they always seem to pull it together, and that is a rematch of last season's Cowden Cup championship. Actually, the last 2 seasons. Both of those teams finalists. As that pitch from Russell in there for called strike 1. And in both instances, the Junction City Brigade winning the Cowden Cup. That one is low for ball 1, and Rubeck blocking it again, and Moss not even attempting. But 2-1, or excuse me, 1. We're knotted up at 1 as Garcia swings and misses. And 1-2 the count. As Garcia swings again, and that's a second strikeout swinging. 1 run off 1 hit, no errors. Bases left full.
We do what we do in Baldwin City, due in large part to the Change for Connor Foundation. Connor's parents, Marcy and Mike, and brother Ryan founded Change for Connor to bring awareness to mental health issues and suicide prevention.
Jackson get one back, so the score is 1-1 going into the bottom frame of the second inning. We're going to take a short break and then be back with the bottom half of the inning. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Leading off the top of the second inning after a bit of a base running snag is Solomon Holmes. Finished his last at bat and up for another one. As that pitch in there for called strike 1. Hine out there for another inning of work, and That one is low and away for ball two. And I got to think he'll probably be playing a lot of these innings. As Hine deals, but that pitch is low for ball two. 2-1 the count. As Hine, that one up near Holmes' head. Holmes, a graduate of the Barstow School, but will be a Highland Scotty next year. In here for, something I should know. I'm not sure if this is a second plate appearance as he fouls that one off. And the count will go full. As Holmes hits it, but a snow cone catch for Corey Reese retires Holmes.
Now number 11, Caleb Moore.
And brings up Caleb Moore. Another Highland Scotty, however, just finished his freshman year there. As that pitch is high for ball one. Hines, next pitch, outside, ball two. High for ball three. And 3 pitches, 3 balls for Carson Hine. And more swings of that one and fouled off. So 3-1 the count. As Moore swings on that one, but Isaiah White will corral that in center field. 2 outs.
Number 15, Gage Callahan.
In the bottom of second, and that brings up Gage Callahan. He is not thrown this year, but has appeared in 4 games for the Blues. 364, that pitch goes low. 364 on base percentage, but still looking for his first hit. Oh. As that one might be his first, and it will be. Reese couldn't catch that one, and Gage Callahan on board with a 2-out single.
Zeke Reason.
So that brings up Zeke Reason. From Eudora. Playing his ball as that one fumbled a little bit by Kyler Reese. Saw Callahan going and just decided to eat it. But the count is 1-0. So Callahan on second. So a runner in scoring position for Reason to potentially bring home. Reason went 1 for 1 in the last game for the Blues. which was a 14-4 loss.
He might use that.
As that one is inside for ball two. So 2-0. Hine deals Reese kind of a weak foul to right side. I'm not sure if that went completely out of play. It did not. As count now 2-1. As Callahan goes and mishandled. As he knocks Patrick Moss over and started to run home before kind of realizing that maybe he believe that was a ball. I'm quite unsure. Throw was mishandled by Moss, or else Callahan would have been out by a mile. But Callahan probably smart to not run home. I got to think he would have been out there. 2-2, the count, excuse me, not 3-1. And that one out there. There's our ball three. So 3-2 the count. Full count. With a man on third. That pitch low for ball four, though. Reason walks, and we have runners
17, Grant Simblick.
At the corners for Grant Simblick. Simblick has appeared in all games so far this season. In Friday's game in Junction City, he went 1 for 3 with a walk. But rounding out the bottom of the order, looking for his first at bat, is that one is hit straight to whoever JP is. Throws it to Garcia for the out. So 2 runners stranded. We move to the bottom of the top of the third inning. Still tied at 1-1, but we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Now back at the Baldwin City Ballpark for the top of the third inning in this matchup between the Blues and the Jacks. The Jacks currently, Tucker Russell out for another inning of work. His first pitch goes low for ball one, And second pitch, just the same. 2-0 the count. Coleman, 1 for 1 on the day, singled on hard grounder to center field. As that breaking ball in there, strike one. 2-1 the count. But he was left stranded as he swings and misses at that, and count is evened up at 2-2. As swings and misses on that one. Another strikeout for Tucker Russell.
Now batting number 25, Harrison Loudon.
And up comes Harrison Loudon for his second at bat. Folks, if you're a little confused why he's wearing blue, is that one up for ball one? Well, I guess everyone's wearing blue here. Why he's wearing the dark, lighter shade of blue, fouls that one off to right side for 1-1. It's because he is a Baldwin City Blue playing just as a fill-in. But low for ball one. Loudon is tall, standing at 6'6", normally a PO. Plays his college ball at Benedictine Mesa, but came there by way of Highland Community College. Check down to first base for a potential check swing. Did not go, so 3-1 the count. Loudon puts that one in play, but Caleb Moore is going to get there. 2 reason for the second out of the inning.
So Kyle Reese is number 7?
Yeah, Kyler, by the way.
Okay. Now batting number 7, Kyler Reese.
And Kyler Reese is man up. Got on base via a walk in his first plate appearance, but was caught stealing as he swings and misses there. Top of the third inning, but the lights are on, and the sun is starting to set here in Baldwin City. We've got a lot of games going on at our complex. Those who might not know, we play on a 4-field complex. Is that one low for ball one? And it is not inconceivable to think, actually I've just confirmed, all 4 fields with a game on them. Is that one low for ball two? Oh, excuse me. Called. Pitch fouled off. So either way, 2 strikes. Unsure on the count right now. But we're going to roll with 2-2 at the moment. And either way, Reese sat down on strikeout number 6 for Tucker Russell. And as we move to the bottom of the third inning, we're going to do a sponsor shout out. A sponsor shout out from the Wooden Spoke Restaurant. Wooden Spoke Restaurant, proud 2023 sponsor for the Baldwin City Blues. Enjoy outstanding home-style meals cooked to perfection, located off scenic Highway 56. Wooden Spoke Restaurant, where only the best will do. But we're going to take a quick break and be back in just a moment. We're back with the bottom of the fourth inning. Excuse me, the bottom of the third inning.
Leadoff number 5, Maverick Rockers.
And Maverick Rockers, the leadoff man. Rockers in his last at bat. Led the Blues off with a walk as he leads them off high for ball one. 1-0 the count early. Now, not a Mid-Plains League update, but a College World Series update, as Hunt delivers. In there for called strike one. If you're a Stanford Cardinal fan, you should feel happy right now. They're up 3-0 on Texas. That game in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. So that one up near Rocker's head, but gets out of the way, so just a ball, 2-1. The Tennessee Southern Miss game has been delayed until 9:06 p.m. Central Time. We are in the Central Time Zone. However, I believe they are in Eastern Time. Don't quote me on that, though. So one outside for ball 3. 3-1. Either way, the big show. Another one up near the head of Maverick Rockers.
Now batting number 47.
On with
Brennan
walk.
Johnson.
So Brennan Johnson, the new guy in. And singled, but then was tagged out, and the Blues' only scoring play. He singled and then tried to run to second and was ultimately caught there. However, as that ball up for ball one, that did cause Maverick Rockers to score. As he takes a cut there, and he will surely be out at first, but which he is. But Maverick
Now batting
Rockers
number 19, Andrew Brubeck.
moves to second, and Andrew Brubeck, our new batter, trying to get second base, or excuse me, first base in our camera view. Really working on that, but Brubeck fouls the first one off. Reese tries to maybe display a little theatrics and palm that one, but was unable to corral it, and, well, it was meaningless anyway, besides, I mean, it would be a cool trick. Either way, Hine deals, and Brubeck takes that one into left field, caught by Coleman, who I'm not sure what Maverick Rockers was doing there. Kind of started to go forward, and he was just way too far back. So a double play there, and we move to the bottom of we move to the top of the fourth inning. Still 1-1. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1-2-3 inning the backdoor way. And we're going to take a break. Tucker Russell out for another inning of work. But our break comes now. back here with
Now
another
batting number
inning
3, Corey Reese.
on the Sunflower Sports Network here at the Baldwin City Ballpark. Corey Reese,
Oh, yeah.
the leadoff batter for the Jacks. Reese was that one low for ball 1. Reese singled in his last at bat, and he is Jack's lone run thus far. We are knotted up at 1-1. Excuse me, not 1-1. As 2-0 is the count. 1-2-1 is the message I was trying to convey with the score. Good breaking ball from Tucker Russell. It's called strike 1, 2-1 the count, and this game deadlocked, but another breaking ball, but this one just a little too inside, 3-1. But the last game deadlocked, or excuse me, the last time these two teams met, the Jacks led as Reese gets on again, this time via a walk, and
Now batting number 41, JP.
brings up the shortstop JP, still unsure of who he is, but struck out swinging in his only at-bat. As he sees another strike. Strike 1 so far, and Tucker Russell, 6 strikeouts so far today. And in the last game, as Brandon Wilkerson has a little talk with JP there. Won the count, but the last game, the Jacks led 3-2 up until an explosive JP shows bunt, and it really happened on the last second, but foul ball, and so nothing happening there, but JP swings and misses, so strikeout number 7 for
Now batting number
Tucker
41,
Russell.
Patrick Moss.
Brings up Patrick Moss, but the explosive 5th inning was kind of the catalyst for the Blues to win the last meeting 15-3 in what was a run roll, 7 innings. As Russell deals, and high for ball 1. Sure, the only person that maybe would have been in the strike zone for was Harrison Loudon, but he's not the one batting. As Moss hits that one foul to first base. In front of the first base dugout, there's many Blues players posted up, as is common for summer ball. That one low for ball 2, 2-1. Moss walked in his one plate appearance so far. I believe he was left stranded. Brubeck tries to throw back, as I believe that's ball 3, but can't catch Reese. Excuse me, 2-2, so called strike 2. As a pitch just outside, so now ball 3. So 3-2-1. If you add the inning in there, it's 4-3-2-1. And I can't think of a 5 so far. Moss fouls that one off, so still 3-2, and Christian Kotwitz wins the foul ball race. Blues winning a majority of them this season. I will get my Hustle Award for the evening, as that one is considered a unsure really what's going on. Looks like a caught swing and miss. So swing and miss from Moss, but
Now batting number 51, Ashton Miller.
Reese stole both base. Well, stole one base, and then I think a defensive error brought him to third, but still 2 outs. With a runner on, and swing and a miss for Ashton Miller. Advanced like Moss via a walk in his only plate appearance, but was stranded as he takes strike 2. So an early 0-2 count for him as Russell deals strike 3. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, just the 1 run stranded. We move to the middle of the 4th, where we are tied 1-1. We're going to take a short break, and then we come back to you with the bullpen fun run.
Now coming to the field is Mr. Moore, Declan, and Lawrence to do our bullpen
And
sports bar
we're
fun
going to take
run.
the break just real quick for about 5 seconds here, and then bring you the fun run. So I'm unsure who is which competitor, but the one on the right seems to have stormed out to a resounding lead early.
And it looks like we have a winner doing Victory Donuts.
For the next part, and I really have no idea what the rules of the fun run are, but I think the kid on the left won. And maybe in the coming weeks, as we continue to do it, I'll get the rules, or maybe they'll be codified and written down. And but as our community outreach organizer Justin Hoffman pointed out, I think you just have to have fun. And
Now
speaking of
number
fun,
24, Tyler Vigna.
Baseball. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tyler Vigna, the leadoff man, singled on a good piece of base running in his first at bat. Singled on what probably would have been a sure out, but beat the throw as he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1, and he rips that one to left field, and it's going to get down for a leadoff single.
Now batting number 4, Sullivan Holmes.
And Solomon Holmes comes up to the plate for the 3rd time, but really his second actual plate appearance. Lined out to Corey Reese in his only at bat on a nice snow cone catch. As he takes the first pitch, strike 1, and Kyler Reese's throwback to try to catch Vigna, not in time. So still on first base is Vigna, as Hine throws back again, nothing doing. I'm currently at 50 pitches in 3 innings work. 1 run, I believe that was earned. It was, as the only error has come from the Blues. That pitch low for ball 1, and Vigna just taking a barrage of throws back to first, and he's been a little slower back to the base, so I don't blame Reese for trying. But 1-1 the count. As Holmes went on that one. Swing and a miss, not a foul ball. And Vigna advances to second safely, so a runner on scoring position with no outs. Up for the Blues, after Holmes, we have Caleb Moore, then Gage Callahan. Up before that, Solomon Holmes, who hits it to second. He's out there.
Now batting number 11, Caleb Moore.
So first out of the inning. An easy 4-3 putout, but Vigna advances to third. So Caleb Moore is going to look to drive Vigna home and maybe take a lead here. Or still searching for his first hit of the season. 0 for 1 today with a flyout as he swings, takes a big cut there. Swings and misses, 4 strike 1. Despite not recording a hit, Caleb Moore does have a run. Reaching base via a hit by pitch in the last game. That last pitch was outside for ball 1, so 3-1 the count. Excuse me, not 3-1, 1-1, as nice breaking ball in there for strike 2. Called strike 2. And 1-2 the count with 1 out. Hine deals. Caleb Moore is caught swinging.
Now batting number 15, Gage Callahan.
So, first strikeout for Caleb Hine so far today, or excuse me, Carson Hine today, but that brings up Gage Callahan, who is 1 for 1 on the day and trying to bring Tyler Vigna home from third. As that pitch outside for ball 1. So want to know the count early. That looked to be maybe the pitch, and called strike 1. But nothing Callahan. Well, Callahan did nothing on that besides look at a strike, and he chases that one, gets a piece of it, but foul to the right side, and 1-2 the count with 2 outs, and this would be a win for Carson Hine if he can get out of this inning without a run. Had a runner on second with no outs, runner on third with 1. Still the runner on third with 2. That pitch is high, so we have 2s. 2 runs. Excuse me. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 combined runs. Square root of 4 is 2. So, that pitch in there, not for a strike, for a ball. Our home plate umpire just kind of keeps his hands on his hips. I was waiting for a delayed call, but I think Kyler Reese thought that maybe it was strike, and that one is a strikes, swing and a miss from Gage Callahan. So no runs off one hit, no errors, run stranded, and we move to the top of the fifth.
Stanley and Son Construction is another proud sponsor of the 2023 season for the Baldwin City Blues.
Still
If you
1 to
look to
1.
upgrade
We're
your
going to take a quick
construction needs,
break.
see Maley and
This
Son
is the
Construction.
Sunflower Sports
They will
Network.
do
Don't
just
go
that.
anywhere.
Isaiah White.
We are in the top of the fifth here at Baldwin City Ballpark. The sun continues to set, and Isaiah White, the leadoff man, both in the order and in the inning for the Topeka Jacks. Score is tied at 1 to 1. A new pitcher as White shows bunt, but a called strike one there. New pitcher for the Blues, Galvin Alvarez. As called strike one makes it 0-1 early. And there called strike two. Alvarez appeared in last Wednesday's game and did not do so hot as White lines that one into left field. And he's on base with a leadoff single.
His team Hoffman.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Dad and son.
And one away early. Excuse me, not one away early. One on early.
Isaiah Garcia.
But Alvarez's last outing not so hot. 11 pitches, 11 balls in the ninth inning of last Wednesday's game. As that one is in there for a ball. 1-0 the count, but done well so far. But Isaiah Garcia, the man up. Isaiah currently at Richland Community College. I believe they are the Thunder Ducks, their mascot. Actually located in Dallas, Texas, but he is originally from Round Rock, Texas. As that one low for ball two, and looks like White wanted the run. Round Rock, Texas, also home of the Round Rock Express, the AAA affiliate for the Texas Rangers, named after one of their owners, Nolan Ryan. Round Rock also home to a pitch inside 3-0. Round Rock also home to beloved in, maybe not 20 miles north, but beloved in Kansas, Deuce Vaughn. As Isaiah Garcia on from a 4-pitch walk. So Jonathan Coleman, left fielder, up to the plate. 1 for 2, but struck out swinging in his last at bat. We will update you on Tucker Russell's final line. 81 pitches, 4 innings, 18 batters faced. 2 hits, 1 run. That run was earned as Coleman chops that one foul. In addition to that 1 run earned, five walks and 9 strikeouts. Swing and a miss there, and either way, Tucker Russell will not receive the decision tonight, so 0-2 the count. The decision will go to, well, somebody else, but that pitch low for ball 1. Update in the Super Regionals. Texas has stormed back to tie it up 3-3. It is the bottom of the 4th inning there, as that one once again low, so 2-2 the count, starting 0-2, but bottom of the 4th, 1 out in Palo Alto. The Longhorns and the Cardinal tied up at 3, but who would win? Well, Alvarez wins that at bat, swing and a miss. Coleman goes down swinging for
25, Harrison Loudon.
Not number 1, and that brings up Harrison Loudon, who strikeout swinging and a ground out, 0 for 2, but you can't blame a PO for trying. As both runners go, Brubeck throws to second, where Garcia is safe, so runners on second, third. 2 stolen bases there. I'm unsure of whether that's a strike or a ball. Either way, I know those 2 guys stole their bases. So when we figure out the count, we will update you. But the situation remains that there are runners on second and third, and a big cut from Loudon. Very least swing and a miss. So called strike 1 was the first pitch. So 0-2 the count. And Loudon swings. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Alvarez so far.
Now batting number 7, Kyler Reese.
Brings up Kyler Reese, who has not put a ball in play thus far. Walked in his first at bat. Was caught stealing there. And then a backwards K. Strikeout looking in his only at bat of the evening. As that one is low for ball 1. Updating you all around the league. The Midwest A's have gotten out to a 7-2 lead over the Junction City Brigade as Reese swings and misses there. 1-1 the count. But the Brigade have 2 on in the bottom of the 5th. That is with 2 outs. A 6 spot in the top of the 5th is what gave the A's their lead. But back to this game, Kyler Reese sends that one into center field. Calling it is Rockers, who nearly runs into Grant Simblick, but makes the play. So after an early scare for Alvarez,
Sinnock joins the Blues for the 2023 summer
2
season.
runs are
If
stranded.
you are looking for a
Stranded,
nice
so
good
no
book,
runs,
or just
1
want to
hit,
relax
no
with a great
errors.
cup of coffee or tea, step on into the Nook, located in beautiful
We
downtown
move to the
Baldwin
bottom of the
City.
5th. Still knotted, 1-1, but we're going to do a little bit of a hitting derby challenge here with Team Hoffman. I'm unsure of the rules of this, but all I know is
Mass
it's
Builders hit arounds.
pretty much, well, little kids taking
Hitters are
BP.
Lane and Breyer. Pitchers are Team Hoffman.
So The hitters are Lane and Breyer. Our community outreach supervisor, Justin Hoffman, and his son are the pitchers. So apparently this is Dizzy Bat and then BP. I can't see this ending well, as swing and a miss on the first couple. I believe one of them, couple balls put in play, even onto the field, and hopefully will not impede our pitcher Hines' throws, as one of them nearly hits him.
Great hits all around from both batters. Let's give them a round of applause.
And I gotta say, if I was being spun around like that, I don't think I would have done as good a job as either of them. But we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. We can do another sponsor shout out to Whitney's Hair Salon and stylist Emily Wright. If you're looking for that next amazing cut or style, visit Emily Wright. She will have you looking your best. Whitney's Hair Salon, located in downtown Baldwin City, as we had a very large moth fly in front of us. And I will attempt to look for my phone charger. One day it will be found.
Number 16, Zeke Reason.
Well, I found it. Apparently I left it here a couple nights ago. But Zeke Reason, batter. Oh, excuse me. Sorry to forgot to readjust the camera. But Zeke Reason, batting first, shows bunt, goes foul, 0-1. But good attempt there. Actually made contact. I feel like most of the time in summer ball, if somebody shows bunt, it's immediately getting pulled back. So, well done by him. And about to count 0-1. It's getting to be a brisk night, as that one, for ball one. So, 1-1. That one in the outside part of the zone for strike two. So 1-2 count early. Well, I guess 3 pitches into the at bat might not be early, because at this point it could have ended. But Reason swings and misses, drop third strike, and Kyler Reese gets the throw down.
Now batting number 17, Grant Simbley.
So it brings up Grant Simblick for his second at bat of the evening. Currently 0 for 1 so far. Looking to change that. The temperature here right now, 65 in Baldwin City, which is pretty nice for a summer night, but maybe even a little on the chillier side. But in June, we've had temps of pretty high. I really don't mind it. As Simblick just
At a solid 65 miles an hour.
but 1-1 at the count early. Outside for ball two. Carson Hine, 70 pitches of work so far, as he's out for his 5th inning of work. And Simblick, that one inside, nearly hit him. But I don't think he had to move to get out of his way, but he did it anyway. 3-1 the count. And on board is Simblick with a walk. And up comes not Maverick Rocker. Yes, this is Maverick Rockers again.
Now batting number 5, Maverick Rockers.
I'm not sure why I saw the 5 as a 9. Well, or some kind of combination of a 9. Either way, it is, well, not Number 9 is Harrison Jewell, but it's still Rockers as that one's outside for ball 1, and we're going to start a little segment called On This Day. So, on this day in 1967, the ruling on Loving versus Virginia, a great day in our nation's history, as called strike 1, and then Simblick kind of dove short of the bag at first and kind of crawled there the rest of the way, but he's still on as that pitch outside for ball 2, 2-1, and in 1981, Indiana Jones, the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, hit theaters. That is quite a good movie, in my opinion. Is that one inside for ball 3. In 1981, Ronald Reagan's famous Tear Down This Wall speech in front of the Berlin Wall. And in 1991, the election of Boris Yeltsin, the last prime minister of the Soviet Union. Another walk. Ball 4. So 2 outs and a catcher-pitcher meeting for Kyler Reese. Brennan Johnson will be the man up. Johnson 1 for 2, single and a ground out thus far. With 2 outs and 2 on and 1 away, he'll look to do something here as
now batting number 47, Brennan Johnson.
Johnson comes up. That one is high for ball 1. So that's all I have for On This Day in History, but On This Day in Sports will be coming up shortly. I have quite a few there. There's on first and second, and Johnson swings and misses. Strike 1. So 1-1 count with 1 on. Low, ball 2. 2-1. As Carson Hine hits 80 pitches. On This Day in Sports, 1928, Lou Gehrig hit 2 triples and 2 home runs in a 15-7 win for the Yankees over the Chicago White Sox. As that one maybe a little high for ball 3. In 1930, Max Schmeling beat Jack Sharkey by way of disqualification for multiple heavyweight titles. This was the first titles won with disqualification as a method of winning. Ball 4, so 3 straight walks. And it brings up Andrew Brubeck.
Now batting number 19, Andrew Brubeck.
And if I'm being honest, I'm really not sure, as another conference, this time the entire infield, I'm not sure the Jacks have another pitcher to even play. But while we do that, we will update you around the league. I believe the Bravos Farmers game has been moved to tomorrow. And the Junction City Brigade Midwest Days still 7-2 in the middle of the 6th inning. So the A's have scored 7 unanswered as we move back to this game. One out, 3 on. All 3 have reached base via a walk. That is 3 straight walks for Carson Hine. Great pitch in there for called strike 1. On This Day in Sports, pertinent to baseball, really, on this day. 1939, the first ever induction of the Baseball Hall of Fame, as Brubeck hits that one high in the air. Reese able to snag it. So
Now batting number 24, Tyler Vinya.
So 2 outs for Tyler Vinya. That first class of the of the Baseball Hall of Fame included greats such as Babe Ruth and Honus Wagner. And also on that day, in 1939, Byron Nelson won the U.S. Open in golf. Tyler Vinya 2 for 2 on the day, both singles. He's gonna, if he gets 3 for 3, he will drive in a run. That first pitch in there for strike one. In 1957, Stan Musial played in his 823rd straight game, which was a new NL record at that time. As Vinya swings at that one and misses. Looked like he decided to maybe do that a little bit later. So 0-2 with 2 outs. Carson Hine would be happy to get out of this one. And that ball is put in play. Just kidding, foul ball. So we continue at 2-2. In 1981, Larry Holmes defeated Leon Spinks by way of technical knockout in 3 rounds for the WBC heavyweight title. As Vinya fouls that one off again, and 2 straight fouls means the at-bat continues. In 1990, the greatest baseball player of all time, Rickey Henderson, became the second player ever to steal 900 bases, and Cal Ripken Jr. played in his 1308th consecutive game to move to second all-time, as a pitch just outside. So we move to 1-2. In 1991, the Bulls beat the Lakers in 5 games in the NBA Finals. That was Michael Jordan's first Finals appearance, the Bulls' first win of 3 in a row, and Michael Jordan's first Finals MVP. As that one called strike 3, and the bases are left stranded. We move to the top of the 6th inning. Still knotted at 1. We're going to take a quick break and be back here shortly. This is Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Back with the top of the 6th inning here on Sunflower Sports Network. Corey Reese, leading off for the Topeka Jacks. Gavin Alvarez out for another inning of work, and I can confirm in my trip to the bathroom that both Mason Chance and Danmore Muskerkin in the bullpen as that pitch in there for called strike one. But Gavin Alvarez out for a second inning of work, and called strike two makes the count 1-2. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we were playing a segment called On This Day in Sports, and, well, we're going to finish it as that ball is maybe just a little low for ball two. That one in there for strike three, though. Backwards K.
Now batting number 41,
Strikeout for
JP.
Alvarez and brings up JP. JP struck out swinging in both of his at-bats so far, but those were both at the hands of Tucker Russell. He'll face Gavin Alvarez for the first time here. And Alvarez ahead early with called strike one. In 1997, on this day in sports, the first MLB regular season interleague play game. That one called strike two, 0-2. That saw the San Francisco Giants beat the Texas Rangers 4-3. That pitch just a little low, so 1-2. And our last significant on this day in sports in 2021 during the postponed and inaptly named that pitch high. JP lucky to get out of the way. Pitch low, so what started at 0-2 is now a full count. But JP done well to claw back in this one, well, just by looking at three balls. That one, not a ball, however, and second straight struck out looking.
20, Patrick Moss.
And that brings up Patrick Moss, 0 for 1 so far today. Walk and a strikeout swinging. But our final on this day in sports in 2021 during the Euro 2020 called strike one, 0-1. I think we all remember kind of how the world was then. A lot of 2020 events being played in 2021. Another called strike, 4-2, but Christian Eriksen collapsed on the field due to a cardiac arrest, and he is back playing soccer currently for my Manchester United. 1-2 the count, and well, Moss hit that one straight back to Alvarez, who rather than flip it to first, put on his track shoes and just ran straight to first for the tag out. But he got the job done.
We want to thank returning Blues sponsor
So
Baldwin
we
Sports
move
Bar
to the
for
middle of the
summer
sixth,
of 2023 season.
or
Baldwin
I
is the place to
suppose
be
the
for
bottom of
that
the
special
sixth,
get-together while enjoying great
as
food and adult beverages.
we have
Baldwin
another
Sports Bar
game.
in Baldwin City gathers for a
We're going to show this game. I think it's Dizzy Bat. This one's a little more straightforward, or something. I don't know what we're doing, but
the activity going on the field now is our
something's happening.
bat spin.
And we do have a
We
new
have
pitcher
Joshua Jackson participating
in.
and Team Hoffman pitching once again.
It looks to be Isaiah White, and we will continue that after the break.
Now batting
We're
number
back
4,
in the bottom of the
Sullivan
6th
Holmes.
inning with a new pitcher, Isaiah White, with the Jacks. Carson Hines' day is over with the ball. I'm currently unsure who is either replacing him in the field, because Isaiah White coming in from center. As first pitch, high for ball 1. I'm unsure where Carson Hine is. I can confirm he is not in center field, though. Currently trying to get that figured out as that pitch. Oh, for ball 1. As Solomon Holmes fouls that one off. I suppose we never even introduced our batter right now. It is Solomon Holmes. Currently 0 for 2 on the day. Both line out and a ground out, both to second base. And I believe it's that pitch low 3-1 that we have spotted Hine in left field. I believe that would, as Holmes on board.
Now batting number 11, Caleb Moore.
Leadoff walk. So Caleb Moore, the new batter in. And Moore takes that first one. It's high to left field, and it's going to drop, well, first off, way short of the fence, and second off, foul. So 0-1 the count early. Well struck, but probably far short of that 320-foot fence out there to left. Say it might have gotten maybe 295, 290. But pitch was not taken care of as Moore hits that one. It is in play and tries to dodge first. Tagged out by Garcia, but Holmes
Now batting number
advances
15, Gage Callahan.
to second, and Gage Callahan up to bat. Callahan 1 for 2 today. The Baker Wildcat signaled on a line drive to center field in the last at bat, but struck out with the bases loaded. Excuse me, that might not have been him, but trying to find when this happened. Actually, he did strike out with a runner at third with 2 outs, and that one's going to be low for ball 1. So our next little anniversary game we're going to play is birthdays. There's going to be a lot of happy birthdays, a lot of happy birthday in heavens. We start off in 1924 with George H.W. Bush, the 40th. I might need to do a little math here to get there. I believe he was the 41st president of the United States as Callahan hits that one into center field. Center fielder makes the play, but Holmes
Now batting number 16, Zeke Reason.
Tagging up, and Zeke Reason is going to be the new batter. And in 1929, our next birthday, and Frank. As White delivers, low, ball one. In 1941, two notable birthdays. Jazz musician Chick Corea and sportscaster Marv Albert. As White deals. And another inside pitch, 2-0. In 1960, Mark Calcavecchia was born. PGA golfer, quite well known. It's a pitch high, 3-0. So 3 pitches, 3 balls. Born in 1979. NFL tight end Dallas Clark. Is that one in there for called strike one? Clark, member of the Colts during their 2007-2006 season, as Reason kind of chases that one, but doesn't even half swing. He just kind of moved toward it, and
Now batting number 17, Grant Simblick.
he's given a free trip to first, and Grant Simblick, the man in. Dallas Clark also played his college football at Iowa, known quite well for their tight ends and terrible offense as of right now. But they're not terrible in baseball. Well, neither is their defense either, but the pitch low for ball one. Grant Simblick, 0 for 1, ground out and a walk, comes to us from Williston, North Dakota. Located just 60 miles from the Canadian border, as Simblick swings and misses there. 1-1 the count. Our next birthdays in 1985. Trying to find out which one. I made these notes earlier. That was a swing and a miss for strike two. I have one Chris Young on here, and I'm trying to. Oh yes, country singer Chris Young. As reason goes, ball two. So country singer Chris Young is who I was thinking of. And we have 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. 1-1 the score. Any kind of hit would very likely give the lead to the Blues. But no hit. Called strike 3. So 2 runners stranded there after no runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the top of the 7th inning. Still tied at 1-1. Kevin Alvarez out there for another inning of work. But we're going to take a break real quick. And when we come back, well, I can already tell there are a litany of subs for the Blues. And when we figure out who they are, we will let you know. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We are back here with the top of the seventh. Ashton Miller leading off for the Jacks. We have a few changes to make for the Blues, and as we notice them and as the inning progresses, we will tell you. So in at catcher for Andrew Brubeck is now Austin Arocha. Vincent Esposito called strike one. Makes the count 1-1. Vincent Esposito in at first for that pitch is low for ball two, but Esposito in for Zeke Reason. Christian Kotwitz in for Grant Simblick at second base. So that one's in there. Called strike two. Caleb Moore staying at short. Called strike three, and that's, I believe, 3 strikeouts looking for Gavin Alvarez in a row.
Number 13, Isaiah White.
Gavin Alvarez, 7 of his outs have been strikeouts. On third base for Solomon Holmes, Kuiper Kendall. And I apologize, folks. It might be a second as Alvarez's pitch goes outside for ball one. It might be a second before I see who's in the outfield. Unfortunately, that ball is hit high to left center field. Whoever our center fielder, it just drops with neither player going after it. So a single for pitcher Isaiah White. What probably could have been
29, Isaiah Garcia.
a routine fly ball, but as I was saying before, I'm unsure who's in the outfield. My eyes just don't go that far. I believe that is still Callahan in right field, though. But what should have been a routine foul ball, not so much. Excuse me, routine fly ball. White is on board as Garcia shows bunt, pulls back. So ball one. As Garcia takes a big hack there, fouls it off. So 1-1 the count, and it was not. I don't believe I said it before. Our final birthday for June 12th, called strike two, is actor Dave Franco. As Coleman just, or excuse me, not Coleman, excuse me, White just stole the base before he was about 45 to 50 feet down before Alvarez even turned around, and Alvarez throwing to Caleb Moore on the left side of the bag just had no chance. So runner on second with 1 out, and that one is going to hit Garcia, so a hit by pitch.
Now batting number 6, Jonathan Coleman.
White was on his way to third as it happened, but hit by pitch is a dead ball, so nothing he could do there. But 2 on, 1 out for the Jacks, and gonna see if that one is high at Jonathan Coleman's, close to his head. I'm going to look to see if there's a way where I can see how many runners each team has stranded. So when in there called strike one, 1-1 the count. I can tell you though, whatever the number is, it's probably a lot. As Coleman showed bunt, pulled back, but didn't matter. Called strike 2, so 1-2 the count. Strike 3, another strike looking for Gavin Alvarez. Said it before, that is the method of his, I believe, last
Now batting number 25, Harrison Loudon.
4 at-bats, and Coleman pretty upset with that, and just going to kind of slowly walk back to the dugout, but it brings up Harrison Loudon with 2 outs. That one up near his tall frame, probably up near his chest, though. Well, up and in. As both runners go, not a foul ball, or excuse me, was a foul ball. Thought maybe it clipped him, and it did, but both runners, White and Garcia, just a little delayed getting back to their original bases. They probably would have both been safe by a mile, but Loudon 0 for 3 today, 2 of them strikeouts. And he's going to look to get a hit on his real team. So that one low, ball 2. Low for ball 3. 3-1 the count. 1 ball would load the bases for Gavin Alvarez. And after that, just 1 run by either team will take the lead. Alvarez gets 1 in there for a called strike 2. Full count now with 2 outs. Just 1 run will, or just 1 pitch will do it. And that one's low for ball 4. And Loudon's on with a 2-out walk. Bases are loaded here. And it's going to bring up Kyler Reese.
Now batting number 7, Kyler Reese.
Kyler Reese 0 for 2 today, but is the one, excuse me, sorry, that was Corey Reese, is the lone run for the Jacks. But Kyler Reese 0 for 2, reached via a walk, though. As that pitch high, ball 1. And it's going to be a mound visit from Coach Tanner Kilmer. Unknown whether this will lead to a replacement or not. We're going to take a quick break, though. Either way, don't go anywhere. And we will have a pitching change. Dane Warmuskerkin.
Dane Warmuskin.
Warmuskerkin in for Gavin Alvarez. Making his 3rd appearance of the season, most recently at the Farmers. Has 4 innings of work so far this season. 3.5 ERA. 0 for 1 on the season, but that loss came in the season opener at St. Joe. And really wasn't handed any favors. 4 runs in the first inning. He came in the second, gave up 1. The final score was 11-4. That was 4 runs to his credit, 2 of them earned, and has a 200 batting average against. He's going to come in with the count being 0-1. So, but all 3 runners he has inherited are Alvarez's. But where Muskerkin, no stranger to this field, played here in his high school days at Baldwin High School, just graduated in this spring and will be an Ottawa Brave next year, going south on Highway 59 to get there. But here we go. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Muskerkin in, looking to get out of this, and Austin Rocha is just going to talk to him for a second. But as we finish Gavin Alvarez's final line, well, maybe not final, we'll see, depending on what happens here. Either way, 13 batters faced for 2 2/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and as of right now, 0 runs. However, each of these 3 base runners are his. Muskerkin deals, though. And that pitch, low, ball 2. As Kyler Reese calls time with 2-0 the count. Any kind of way that Reese reaches safely on base will give the Jacks a lead. A pass ball will likely also give them the lead. And out. There's the pass ball. And White in a home safely. Jacks take the lead 2-1. 3-0 the count. All runners advance. So there is run number 1 for Gavin Alvarez, however not earned. 3-0 the count. 2 on, those 2 on second and third. And a ball, which that one is not. That is called strike 1. A ball would put Reese right there on first base and load the bases right back up. That pitch is ball 4, though. Reese gets his base. Bases are loaded back up.
Now batting number 3, Corey Reese.
And that brings in Corey Reese. Tough situation for Muskerkin. His first runner is Kyler Reese, but hopefully for him, Kyler Reese won't even touch second base. But bases loaded again. Bring in Corey Reese, 1 for 2 thus far. Single walk, strikeout looking. His 3 plate appearances in that order. But that pitch in there for called strike 1. giving you a little baseball update. Sanford Cardinal back on top, 6-3. That one high, ball one. Bottom of the sixth in Palo Alto. Winner of that game will advance to the College World Series. And Southern Miss and Tennessee finally going scoreless in the bottom of the first. As Muskegon deals. Swing and miss from Reese. So just one pitch will get out of it. We'll get Muskegon out of it and the Blues. That is not that pitch that fouled off. So we continue at 1-2. No matter how it happened, the damage has been done so far. 2-1 the score. The Jacks have taken the lead here in the top of the seventh. If we move to the bottom of the seventh, it will be JP coming up as beautiful breaking ball, but I'm outside of the zone some way. I'm really unsure how. I'm not saying it wasn't, just maybe a little outside, but maybe a little high as well. But 2-2 the count. As that one low. Rocha does a good job to block it, but 3-2. So payoff pitch coming here pretty soon. Muskegon deals, and it's put in play. It was a hit and run, so Caleb Moore goes to first and got him. So 2-1, still the score, and we move to the bottom of the seventh. Jacks have taken the lead, and we'll take a break. This is Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Top of the lineup for the Blues. Maverick Rockers will lead it off, and we have a litany of changes when we get around to them. Gannon Grebe leading her. Gannon Grebe will be on deck for the Blues.
Leading off the bottom of the second, number 5, Maverick Rockers.
But Maverick Rockers 3 plate appearances, has yet to register an at-bat, all of them walks. But this will be his first time facing Isaiah White here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as I believe that's Harrison Loudon has moved out to play right field. Just kidding. He's moving to center, and actually that's not Loudon, that is... Well, I don't know, but someone's out there at center. I think it might be Harrison Jewell. We're really not sure, but that pitch is low for ball 1. He came from the Blues dugout, and he has a pullover on, so we don't even have a number for him, but that one 2-0, and a pullover is not a bad idea. It is a cool 64 in here, and Blues faithful as that one inside ball 3. Blues faithful better enjoy it. High of 82 in Baldwin City tomorrow. As Rockers finally hits one, and it's Corey Reese
Now batting number 2, Gannon Green.
coming in for that out.
I can get one in the concession stand.
So 1 out away brings up Gannon Grebe, and Austin Arocha, we did allude to that earlier, will be the man in, but that first pitch called strike 1. Second pitch just low for ball 1, so 1-1 the count. And 2-1 there. Low, and that ball just gets to the backstop. And after Austin Arocha, it will be, well, currently Tyler Vigna, but that pitch low once again, ball 3. So the first pitch is strike 1 looking. Next 3 have been balls. We're unsure on a pitch low, ball 4, so a not leadoff walk, but that brings up Austin Arocha.
Now batting Austin Arocha.
One on here in the bottom of the 7th. And well, Tyler Vigna still on deck. He was the designated hitter, so not able to see if there were any changes there. Gannon Grebe, did not say it before, but he is a sub for Brennan Johnson in left field. As Arocha takes strike 1. Drops in there nicely for a strike, but maybe could have been taken somewhere else. That one just high for strike 1. Or excuse me, ball 1. So 1-1 the count. And another ball there. That one low and outside. Time kind of maybe running out for the Blues. They have 8 outs to get a run or 2. However, there's that pitch just inside for ball 3. Most of their runs came in the 5th and 6th inning, and the last time they played the Jacks, so maybe their strategy is wait till the later innings, then get on the board. As Arocha skies that one to shallow left field, and it was dropped by JP. And so that's going to be an E6. And Grebe reached second safely as well. Back after a short kind of infield conference, Tyler Vigna up for the Blues. 2 for 3 so far. 2 singles, then a strikeout looking. But with a runner in scoring position in Gannon Grebe as Vigna swings and misses on the first pitch of the at-bat. Looking to tie this game up as he hits it straight to center field. Center fielder unknown easily making the catch, and that's going to bring up Kuiper Kendall.
Now batting number 18, Kuiper Kendall.
So 2 outs with 2 runners on. Blues are really needing to not leave any runners on base. So far, they have left 8. As that one is low for ball 1. Kendall had 3 hits in his first 3, or not 3 hits, but had at least 1 hit in his first 3 games. But in the 2 most recent that he played, he did not play in Friday night's game, but played in the 5 prior to that, but has not registered a hit in his last 2 games. Looking to break that here as Grebe goes. Easily safe, and that should be ball 2 as well. So runners at the corners. And some gutsy base running from the Blues. Rocha is still on second. Still on first. And ball in play. A ball safely in play, I might add. Should theoretically tie this game up. Is that one high for ball 3? And 3-0 the count. Just 1 ball will load the bases. See if that happens. And it does. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Kuiper Kendall. And it's going to ring up Caleb Moore.
Now batting number 11, Caleb Moore.
0 for 3 today. Still looking for his first hit of the season. And what a time it would be if he did it here. 2 away, bases loaded. Any run scored will tie the game up. As he swings and misses on the first one. As folks, we're about 2 hours and 15 minutes of game time so far here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Moore chops that one. Oh, and it's mishandled by Moss. So that'll be an E5.
Now batting number 15, Gage Callahan.
But RBI for Caleb Moore. And we're tied with 2 outs. And Gage Callahan up to the plate. potentially, as he swings and misses on his first pitch. Now, we don't tie the game, we lead it, but as we said before, about 2 hours and 15 minutes of game time, just 4 runs combined, but that one is low, but blocked by Kyler Reese. 1-1 the count. A lot of base runners stranded. It's kind of the reason we're at 9:35 p.m. here. Game started roughly 7:10, and we're only in the bottom of the 7th with 2-2. That one high for ball 2. And 2-1 the count. That one in there, called strike 2. So 2 and 2 and 2. 2 runs, not 2 runs, excuse me, but 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Midwest A's have extended their lead over the Junction City Brigade, 9-2 there. That is as Callahan rips that into center field. And over the head of the center fielder, Arocha scores. Kendall scores. Caleb Moore scores. And that is a 3 RBI double for Gage Callahan. And continuing my thought, as the Blues take the lead 5-2.
Vincent Esposito.
And Vincent Esposito, the new man up. The Brigade down to their final 3 outs. It is 9-2 in the bottom of the 9th at Junction City. As Esposito, in his first at bat, takes the first pitch low for ball 1. What a hit there, just over the center fielder's head. As Esposito hits that one to center field, and our center fielder should be able to corral that, and he does. So the end of the inning, but top of the 8th we go. 4 runs off 1 hit, 2 errors, 1 left on base, but the Blues take the lead, and they're up 5-2 going into the top of the 8th inning. To the top of the 8th we go here at the Baldwin City Ballpark. Blues put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 7th to lead 5-2. It's been a long night pardon me. Stanmore Muskerkin in for another inning. His first pitch called strike one. And we're trying to figure out who our center fielder is. We have deduced it is not Harrison Jewell as JP swings and misses. 0-2 the count. But we can call him Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery for right now. As called strike three. Muskerkin
Now batting number
sits
20,
down.
Patrick Moss.
JP and Patrick Moss, the man up. Moss so far over 2. Walk, strikeout, and a ground out. And we have determined so 1-0 the count, but that one in there for called strike one. And Muskerkin deals just outside 4-2. I'd like to give another sponsor shout out. This is not a script I'm reading. This is me off the cuff. As Moss fouls that one off, but Bullpen Sports Bar, located in downtown Baldwin City. Baldwin City's newest gathering place, has drinks, food, pool, cornhole, a nice outdoor seating area. Ooh, just disgusting pitch there. I forgot to issue a warning to our viewers, but another strike looking, 2 of them for the inning, and
Now
2 outs.
51, Ashton Miller.
That brings up Ashton Miller, but to finish my thought about the bullpen, it's got some great food, great taquitos, great drinks, great atmosphere. If you are in Baldwin for a game, I suggest you stop there, preferably after, as Miller just kind of tried to get his bat out of the way, but was unable to, and hit it just in play, fielded by Muskerkin. So a 1-2-3 inning. Move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Our PA announcer is playing Sweet Caroline, so, well, I guess this makes us Fenway, but we're going to move to the bottom of the 8th inning. A new pitcher, I believe that is Isaiah Garcia, and it is. But before he starts his inning, just kidding, he's running to first base, and I'm just an idiot. It is still White out for another inning of work, but before that happens, I'm going to go feel a lot of shame during our break, but I'm going to take that right now.
Now batting number 7,
Bottom of the 8th
Christian
here at
Baldwin.
the Baldwin City Ballpark. A 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 8th. We as Christian Kotwitz, in his first at-bat of the game, showed bunt, did not get the bunt down, fouled it off. So 5-2, still score as Kotwitz hits that high into shallow right field, and seems like Corey Reese has had his share.
Now back to the top of the lineup for number 5, Maverick Rockers.
But had his share of fielding duties and made the catch there. Sorry, I slipped over my words, and Maverick Rockers up to start the top of the order again. 0 for 1 tonight. As that one catches the outside part of the zone for 0 and 2. As that one low for ball 1. Rockers a Highland Scotty, but before that, a Lewisburg Wildcat. Played here a couple times in his time at Lewisburg. As he fouls that one. Mentioned earlier, 0 for 1 on the night. Went walk, 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 and then a pop out. That one catch the outside part of the zone, pretty much the same one as the rest of them. And
now batting number 2, Gannon Grebe.
We're 2 down to bring up Gannon Grebe. And as that happens, I'm going to start another anniversary thing. Where were the Grateful Dead on this day? Well, whenever. As Grebe lines that one into left center field. And he's on board with a first pitch, 2-out single for Austin Arocha.
Now batting number 13, Austin Arocha.
So Austin Arocha I believe advanced on or reached on error in his last plate appearance, actually his only one so far, as that one is in there for called strike 1. But would later score on that 3-run. Gage Callahan that one's ball. Reese threw back to try and maybe catch Grebe, but could not do it. And for the Grateful Dead, in 1980, they were in Portland Memorial Coliseum in Portland, Oregon. And if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, some of that show, is that one just outside 4-2-1, made it into the box set, Believe It If You Need It, which was a collection. Just kidding, that was 73 and 74, but was the Pacific Northwest Tours. As Arocha takes 3-1. In 1984, the Dead were at the legendary Red Rocks in Morrison, Colorado. I have not done my listening of that show. Maybe one day I'll look for it. As Arocha started his trot to first base, but home plate umpire signals called strike 2, so the count goes full. And we go to another pitch. Runner goes. And, well, Well, Arocha, I'm in my complete honest opinion, I probably thought he would have been
Now batting number 24, Tyler Vinya.
rung up, looked like a close call, and it was one of those things where he dropped his bat immediately before even waiting for a signal. Usually umps love to ring you up on that. And Isaiah White thought it was a strike too, and he was on his way to the dugout as Austin Rocha was on his way to first. As that one high, ball one. We're going to look for that one low, but strike one. So we're going to look on outside ball three, and Grieb just, well, ball two, and Grieb just steals home. I'm all turned around. It is 9:51. It's near my bedtime. But 2-1. Grieb steals third. So that one goes to 3-1. Not even introduced the batter. This is Tyler Vinya. 2 for 4 on the night. Flew out to the center fielder in his last at bat though, and hasn't gotten a hit since his second at bat. Struck out in the third, but had 2 singles before that. As he looks at that one, called strike 2, count goes full, and should Vinya walk or just reach base somehow, Trevor Kendall will be the man up. He swings that, and that's hit deep to left field, but dropped by the left fielder, so not corralled. And well, Austin Rocha head first dive into home. You don't usually see that. A Pete Rose dive when you're surely safe. So another 2
Now batting number 18, Piper Kendall.
RBI. Probably still call that an error, but still 2-1. Or not 2-1. 2 runs scored there in that last play, and the Blues extend their lead to 7-2. Trevor Kendall still looking for a hit, and that might be it. A line drive to right field, and Vinya's going to score. Kendall dove into second as the ball went into center field, and he made it into third. So another run scored.
Now batting number 11, Caleb Moore.
So single there, but made it to third to in part to some throwing issues. But Caleb Moore, the guy up, and 8-2 the score. And our other segment, where was Goose on this day in? As that one goes high for ball one. Moore still looking for his first hit, but reached on error and had the tying RBI in his last at bat. As he swings, just fouls that one off behind to the left side. Goose, the band, not the animal. Not well known, but can't recommend them enough. And on June 12th in 2022, they were at TCU Amphitheater in Indianapolis. As that one is low, Kendall runs and barely tagged, so looked a lot. He looked pretty, well, looked safe to me, but Passed ball there. So 2-1 was the count, but caught stealing. Kyler Reese must have just got his ankle, and we move to the top of the ninth. 8-2 the lead now. 3 runs for the Blues in this inning, and a new pitcher, Harrison Jewell. But before that, we're going to take a break before we introduce him. We move to the top of the ninth inning as Isaiah White, who is currently tabbed as the losing pitcher, looks to make a valiant effort to try to score 6 runs for his team. But 6 runs would only tie it. White 2 for 3 though on the day, and he is leads off both the inning and the order. But has singled on his last 2 at-bats and reached base on his last 3 plate appearances. Jewell, the new man in. Can see swing and a miss. Jewell just completed his freshman season at Baker University. As gets White to swing and miss again. But Harrison Jewell from just up the road in Lawrence, a Free State Firebird in his high school days. So that one inside, 1-2 the count. That pitch is low and outside for ball 2. And 2-2 the count. Jewell delivers the third pitch, low, full count. And the Brigade were able to hold the A's scoreless in the final inning. So 9-2, the A's take one in Rathert. So that one goes final, and walk there for Isaiah White brings up
Now batting number 29, Isaiah Garcia.
Isaiah Garcia. And
Still unknown. Do you know who that is, Mr. Ward? That's on deck.
Yeah, he's one of our guys.
But the A's move to 3-3. The Brigade fall to 5-1. As that ball hit by Garcia, Kotwitz throws it, but just a little high for Caleb Moore. So Garcia going to reach on an error.
What do I say?
Now batting,
Now our unknown man of mystery up to the plate, and we're trying to figure out who it is. We know it is a Baldwin City Blue who plays at Baker, but it's like playing Guess Who and only maybe knocking down a few squares. It really narrows it down. Let's put it that way. But he comes in for Jonathan Coleman. And we're going to look for a name here.
Do you know what Parker Jones looks like?
With that pitch in there for called strike one. 2 on, nobody out. Currently getting a name for the batter up, as whatever happens, he hits it back to Jewell, who retires him.
How is this guy?
Now
And
batting, number 50.
this is number 50, batting for Harrison Loudon. It is the starting pitcher from the game, Carson Hine. So, runners on second and third here with one out. Hine takes the first one, call it strike one. And breaking news. The Nuggets have defeated the Heat. That one goes foul. Right into the Blues dugout, but 0-2. But the Nuggets have defeated the Heat 94-89 in Game 5 of the NBA Finals to win the series 4-1 for the Nuggets' first title in franchise history. So pitch outside for 1-2. Is that one inside? Just a little bit of a, well, I don't know what you would call it, but that was inside. White stayed at third because came pretty hard off the backstop before Orocha was able to corral it, and well, White would have been gone by, take your pick of measurement, parsec, mile, kilometer, light year. He would have been out by it. 2-2 the count with one out. Jewell deals. That one's high, and White comes in, and he's safe there. So 3-2 the count. Here, the Jacks have scored a run. So 8-3 the score now. Full count, one out. The Jacks need 5 runs to tie it, 6 to win. Blues need 2 outs. That one is low for ball 4. So Hine away. Runners at the corners with one out, and that brings up Kyler Reese.
batting number 7, Kyler Reese.
Kyler Reese 0 for 2, 2 walks, a strikeout, and a flyout. He's gotta maybe gonna try to look to change his fortunes. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. And well, I mean, this is the only game on now. As I said before, the Provost Farmers game postponed as that one's roped into left field. Garcia scores. And folks, we have an 8-4 ball game. RBI single
Batting number 3, Corey Reese.
for Kyler Reese and Corey Reese. Well, a home run would cut the game to 1.
A little chilly out there.
Chile still outside. Now, 1 degree lower than the last time I updated you. It's now 63. Is that one's high for ball 1?
Anything else?
So that pitch low for ball 2. And a walk would load the bases. As that one's swing and a miss for Corey Reese. That one outside at 3-1.
I hope not.
And Reese fouls that off, makes the count 3-2, full with 1 out. Try to make a connection between all the numbers, but I don't have a 5, 6, or 7 off the top of my head. I do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and an 8, 9 though. So that pitch fouled once again. I guess I would have had 6 pitches in the at bat right before that one. So now I have 7. So still need to find 5 and 6. Called strike 3, catches the outside part of the zone. 2 away.
Who's this? Oh, JP, right?
And
Batting
JP.
number 41, JP.
Jules' first pitch low for ball 1. Advancing are both runners. And Logan Whalen is going to take a quick mound visit, and in that time, I'm just going to rest my vocal cords. So, going to take a break, and we will be back in a second with some kind of pitching change. Jules' day is over. This is Tyler Vigna, the designated hitter, will replace him. So we will take that break now and be back in a few. This is the Sunflower Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Back with the first batter faced by this is Tyler Vigna, was the designated hitter as first pitch is in there for called strike one, as we've just eclipsed. Second pitch, likewise, called strike two. 1 and 2, not 2 and not 0 and 2, but we just passed 3 hours of game time, and that's where it'll be. 3 strikes in a row.
With that strikeout, that leads to a Baldwin City Blues win.
So the Blues are going to lead
8-4 against the Topeka Jacks.
8-4 over the Jacks. Blues will improve to 4 and 2, and the Jacks and the Jacks will fall to 0 and 5.
And then we will come back home on Saturday.
Doubleheader.
First pitch starting at 7 as well.
Doubleheader will be played between these teams tomorrow in Topeka at McDonald Field. There will not be a video stream, but Lane Gillespie will be on the call for that one at MidPlainsLeagueMixer.com. Once again, doubleheader, first pitch at 6 p.m. We will have our next stream here on Saturday as the Blues take on the Kansas City Monarchs. But until then, we hope you have a good night, a good week. Drive safe or do whatever. Hope to see you back here on Saturday. But good night and God bless.